stock price is in free fall, and we are already seeing what might be the beginning of a hostile takeover by French industrialist and
the Christian fundamentalist group the Agnus Dei, as well as its controversial leader Lawrence Donahue. The group released a pre-recorded video message Donahue made before his death, in which he takes credit for an attack on the facility. We warn you, the contents of this message are disturbing, and viewer discretion is...
오늘 최수진 대위는 보스턴 비극에 대한 공식 입장을 표명했습니다. 최 대위는 이번 참사로 희생된 이들에게 깊은 애도를 표하는 한편 철저한 책임 규명을 강조하며 그 누구도 법 위에 군림할 수 없다라고 밝혔습니다.
The explosion lifted an enormous cloud of debris from the surface of the moon, much of which rushed towards the Earth. While most of these meteorites burnt up on contact with our atmosphere, many of them collided with the International Space Station, causing extensive damage and injuring 6 of the...
President Shepard returned to the United States today amidst calls for action from the House over...
Republican Congressman Hunter Kane today called for a hearing on the destruction of Boston, even going so far as to call it an attack on a...
Scientific experts assure us that we are well protected from the deadly radiation released by the explosion. NASA officials, however, have expressed fear that travel to the moon may not be feasible for several decades due to the...
This is a tragedy unlike any that our country has ever experienced. An incalculable loss not only of life, but also of our culture and our history. A loss of great institutions, including Harvard and MIT, as well as thousands of America's brightest young minds. We must make sure nothing like this happens ever again, and that begins by examining who has the power to do something like...
You understand that he did it to protect people, right? That if the explosion had happened on the ground...
Who was he to make that decision? He's not a government official. He wasn't an expert in this new reactor. Why does he get to decide what's best?
No, that's not what I'm...
Publié aujourd'hui une dénonciation publique contre le Dr. Adam Blackwell dans notre...
It's growing calls from the public for government action. The question on everyone's mind is, what comes next?
What comes next?
what comes next.
What comes next? Stay tuned and find out.
Audacious Machine Creative presents The Harbingers, created by Gabrielle Urbina. Episode 16, Wrapped Around Your Finger.
So, what happened then, afterwards?
Doesn't matter.
Miss Sterling.
These hearings are about how Boston ended up on the moon. Now you know.
Do I? Can you explain it in, say, 100 words or less?
It happened because a billionaire wanted to become a trillionaire. Because he used magic to invent something new. Because a terrorist decided to kill me after I didn't shut up. Because we elected a young woman with scary ideas president. Because I took a ring and Adam found a ring and... because we said the wrong word. And we killed a city.
He said the wrong word.
Which I put in his mouth.
You're sure about that?
No, I'm not. We tried to figure out what had happened. We didn't have cell service. Of course not. The infrastructure was gone, so we started walking. After about an hour, emergency services found us. A bit after that, Secret Service. We spent the next while trying to put together what had happened.
And after that?
Then, I spent 2 months watching the rest of the world try to put together what had happened. Manhattan, August 2030.
I think as Americans, we've gotten very used to those with power getting away without facing consequences. There'll be a big burst of attention, everyone will wring their hands, and then nothing will come of it. That's part of why we're so grateful for what you're doing, Congressman.
Absolutely, Chris. This man, who no one elected, took public safety into his own hands, took American lives into his own hands. That's not the way we roll in this country.
What about the people that say that he had to do it to protect people from this reactor?
clear on this, that Dr. Blackwell helped put together? This thing that he helped to build, that's what he was protecting us from?
I mean, what can you say?
We need answers. Plain and simple. We need answers. Look, I'm not saying stick Blackwell in a cell and throw away the key. He has a right to his day in court, and he'll get it. But I think we need his day in court, too.
We do.
We need to know why this happened. We need to know who's responsible. We need to know why the Shepard administration has been letting someone who had that kind of power just wander around without any kind of oversight.
Hey, I was watching that.
I know. You've been doing a lot of that lately. Just watching them, picking it all apart. Are you looking for something in particular?
I don't know. They're only talking about him, Chris. They're acting like he's the only one at fault.
You know that's not true. It was Donahue's fault, and Eckerberg's, and...
It's my fault. There was an error in the spell, and I didn't catch it. And I helped Eckerberg, and I pissed off Donahue, and God, you said it. You said it. If I just canceled that show instead of playing chicken with a terrorist, then I'd think, fuck, what was I thinking?
You were thinking that he had no right to stop you. And you were right.
And how many people are dead because of how right I was? Sorry. You are the last person that deserves to get any flack for this. Not after all I've put you through.
I love you.
I love you too. I need to help him, Chris. I need to find some way to make this not his fault, or his life is going to be over.
Well, what can you...
Sorry, 1 second. Hey, what'd they say?
Hi, Miss Sterling. How are you holding up?
So not in the mood for small talk, McCandless. What'd they say?
It wasn't what we were hoping for.
Fuck. So, what, they're gonna suspend him?
You can understand, given the news, the attention, Sinclair wouldn't be able to...
Yeah, whatever. How long?
It's a bit more complicated than that.
How long did they put him on leave for? They didn't suspend him, did they?
No, Miss Sterling, I'm sorry. They put it to a vote, and it's been decided that Adam is going to leave Sinclair permanently.
And his tenure is what? Some nice window dressing? They have a contract with him to...
They do, but given the extraordinary circumstances of Boston...
Yeah, whatever. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear what you're going to say to...
Marketing is hard. But I'll tell you a little secret. It doesn't have to be. Let me point something out. You're listening to a podcast right now, and it's great. You love the host. You seek it out and download it. You listen to it while driving, working out, cooking, even going to the bathroom. Podcasts are a pretty close companion. And this is a podcast ad. Did I get your attention? You can reach great listeners like yourself with podcast advertising from Libsyn Ads. Choose from hundreds of top podcasts offering host endorsements, or run a pre-produced ad like this one across thousands of shows to reach your target audience and their favorite podcasts with Libsyn Ads. Go to libsynads.com, that's Libsyn, ads.com today.
This week, in Whitewater, Colorado, a brutally murdered man sparks an investigation that shows that someone may have been after him for a while, even trying to blow up his car weeks before. But a threatening note to his widow blows the case wide open. Welcome to Small Town Murder. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Small Town Murder. Yay! Yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Petrogallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I'm Jimmy Wissman.
Thank you, folks, so much for joining us today on another absolutely crazy, trust me, edition of Small Town Murder. Not that we, we don't ever deliver a non-crazy one, There's so much murder to
mailed in.
Just mailed in. This one, not taking a whole lot of care with this one. Not real interesting, and we just threw it together, so here it is. No,
We're busy this week.
We're real busy. No, crazy story coming up. We will get to that. Before we do, absolutely head over to shutupandgivememurder.com.
Fine.
Everything there. Merchandise, everything from skateboards to shower curtains to coffee cups, and especially get your tickets for live shows. Let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
After the summer, we are back in full force. It was a rough September and October for us, but good for you guys. We will be at the Pabst in Milwaukee on September 18th, which is one of the best venues in the country.
Beautiful.
It's just fantastic, and the shows are always great there. It's a good time. Then the next day, we'll be in Minneapolis, which is one of our favorite places to play as well. We love it there. We'll be at the State Theater there. Get your tickets now. Milwaukee's outselling you guys. You can't let that happen.
It's incredible.
Get in there, Minneapolis. Then also September 3rd, Dallas, September 16th, San Jose, the 17th in Sacramento, and then in November, the 13th and 14th in Terrytown, New York, and Boston. So get your tickets right now and get in there and see us. Shutupandgivememurder.com, as well as listen to our other shows, Crime in Sports. If you are into cults and murders, you're going to love what we're doing right now, a multi-part series on the Yahweh Ben Yahweh cult, and it's crazy. All the murders, we get into a lot of detail there, and then Your Stupid Opinions is absolutely hilarious, and you just have to hear it. It's crazy. And then, on top of that, get Patreon. My God, what are you waiting for? Patreon.com/CrimeInSports is where you get all of the bonus material. All you have to be is $5 a month or above. That has not gone up in 10 years, and it is not going to go up. $5 a month or above, and you get everything we put out. And I'm talking about everything. As soon as you subscribe, you're going to get hundreds of back bonus episodes you've never heard before. Immediately, it's upon subscription. Then you're going to get new ones every other week. One Crime in Sports, one Small Town Murder, and you get them all. That's it. This week, what you're going to get for Crime in Sports, we're going to talk about hostage situations, which...
Fantastic.
We did the Stockholm one, and it's so interesting, the dynamics that go on in a hostage, breakdown. So we're really going to check that out. Then for Small Town Murder, Corey Richins Part 3. Her sentencing happened, and it wasn't just a mere sentencing. Her kids' statements came in, which contradict everything she said happened that night. They talk about being forced to eat uncooked lasagna and all this crazy stuff from her, and then she does an allocution. That's crazy, too. So it's wild. Corey Richins, she is. Corey Richins Part 3. So that's patreon.com/CrimeInSports. And on top of all of that, you get all the shows we put out. Crime in Sports, Your Stupid Opinion, Small Town Murder, all ad-free with your Patreon.
And ad-free.
Oh, wait, there's more. There's more, Jimmy.
What's that?
Oh, on top of that, you get a shout-out at the end of the show where Jimmy will try his hardest to pronounce your name correctly. And if it's Malachi, he'll get it right, as we found out from Your Stupid Opinions, whereas I will call you Malachi. So there you go. That said, disclaimer time. This is a comedy show.
Sure is.
We're comedians. People are going to die because the show's called Small Town Murder, and we're going to make jokes. And you go, well, how do those things go together? Real easily. Real easily. Here's how we do it. We don't make fun of the victims or the victims' families.
Why?
Because we're assholes.
But
we're not scumbags. See how that works? It's real simple like that. There's plenty to make fun of. A bumbling police force that lets a murderer go free. Making fun of a murderer. That's fun. Maybe some small town festival we'll pick on or something. That's where the comedy lies. It's all good. So do that. Keep coming back. But here's the deal. If you think true crime and comedy should never go together, maybe we're not for you, but probably we are. I think you should check it out. Either way, no complaining later. And that said, I think it's time to sit back, everybody. Clear the lungs here. And let's all shout. Shut up and give me murder. Let's go on a trip. Let's do this.
We gotta,
We have to. We're going to Colorado, which we're never mad at going.
God, it's amazing.
We like it. Loved our Denver show there. Man, that was a great night. Just terrific. This is Whitewater, Colorado, which seems like, just a...
On the river?
A term for rafting here, but it's Whitewater, Colorado, north central Colorado it is.
Okay.
It's about 4 hours to Denver. So it's not close.
Fuck, it's almost Wyoming.
Yeah, it's because it's kind of northwest, a little bit, but central.
Oh, west.
And then, I don't know if it's west, and then it's another 4.5 hours to Salt Lake City, if you want to go the other direction. So it's nowhere near anything, essentially.
What the fuck?
5 hours to Greeley, Colorado, our last Colorado episode 663. Sorry, I saw the title. See why? It made me laugh. This is in
Very Greeley.
Very Greeley. That's what a lot of people said when that came out, too.
It's such a gross place.
Such a Greeley type of crime. This is in Mesa County, up in the high ground there. Yeah. And this is like, 4,800 feet elevation up in this area, too. Pretty big, pretty high. Area code 970. Now, for history, I'm going to do some urban legends or some rural legends that are nearby here as we'll get to the history.
Yeah, urban. My ass.
Yeah, not a lot of urban anything around here.
Yeah.
One is the Ute Curse. Or the Grand Valley Curse, they call it. Okay. It's the most famous local legend. I guess when the Ute people were forcibly removed from the Grand Valley in 1881 and moved into reservations, see, there'd be history mixed in with these.
Yeah.
They supposedly placed a curse on the land and the settlers there. The curse dooms anyone who lives in the valley, especially natives, apparently. If you go there, then you're a sellout. So no matter how far they go or how successful they become elsewhere, if you go there, that's what you do. So
what happens?
You're cursed. You're cursed. I don't know what that entails, but you're cursed.
Like, do you spit your guts out, or do you just lose everything?
Your dick doesn't get as hard as you really want it to. Maybe it's just small annoyances. That'd be the best curse to put on someone, by the way. Never mind anything big, their kids dying.
Yeah.
Small annoyances.
You always get booked in a hotel room far from the desk, and every time you get there, your card key doesn't work.
It doesn't work. You have to go all the way down, 14 floors. You have to do all of that. Yeah, little shit like that, I feel like, would be the most annoying to human beings. Make it the guy in front of you, every time the light turns green, he waits 8 seconds to go. Every time, no matter where you are. Like, that's a curse to me.
Yeah.
It's way worse than anything else. Horrible.
Guac is never free.
Never.
They never make a mistake and you get something free. They always charge you double for something.
Always.
I only got 2 drinks. I only got 1 drink.
Oh, and I didn't even order this kind. Perfect. And I got charged twice. Well, that's a curse. That's what I mean. Minor annoyances. That'll drive somebody crazy. They'll lose their
Every time you go for a soda, it's always Orange Crush.
Always.
I don't want that.
I mean, sometimes, once in a while, but
from
not
time
every
to
day.
time.
Not every day.
Yeah.
So there's another one, the Grand Mesa Thunderbirds. Ute legend holds it that giant thunderbirds, massive eagle-like birds, once lived atop Grand Mesa, and these powerful creatures ruled the skies, and the thunderbirds attacked a Ute village and carried off children, which they'd have to be some pretty big birds to carry off a child.
So Thunderbird never existed, right?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think it's legend.
An eagle can't carry off a Pomeranian, so it has to be
big ass eagle.
Very big. In one of these legends, a warrior disguised himself as a tree. I don't know how you do that.
Okay.
Avenged the village by throwing the Thunderbird eggs off the cliff.
Oh!
And in revenge or for battle, the birds tore apart a giant serpent. Pieces falling created the many lakes of the Grand Mesa. This is a legend that goes on.
People would believe anything.
Yeah, anything. And there's also a lot of ghosts. The Horse Thief Canyon lady, a woman in a long white dress, appears after dark. Downtown Grand Junction has a bunch of buildings that report ghosts and things like that. So they're kind of getting off on this a little bit. Like in Widow's Bay, which you finally watched, thank you, when they're saying, you want to be Salem, you want to be Nantucket. I get it. Like, you need to draw people with some weird shit because there's not really enough to draw them in otherwise. Reviews of this town, not a lot of them to find. There is not a lot of people here. Here is 4 stars, and it says, it's peaceful. It's a great place to live if you want a couple of acres of elbow room. If you want to walk
4 hours from any city.
Anywhere. Everything is super rural, too. Like, all the houses are just, there's nothing around them at all. Like, it's just this flat ground. It's just...
Oh, it's flat, too. Fuck.
There's a lot of flat, and there's, like, mountains in the distance and shit, but it doesn't look too great.
That's the area of Colorado that's booming right now because there's... all the mountains are taken, and so people are going east, but they're finding...
There's nothing here.
That's where everybody with money's going, though, like Parker and shit, and it's flat bullshit, and yellow.
Yeah, that's everything here. Everything's dead. All dead grass. Looks like Arizona.
Gross.
It says if you want to walk across the street to buy a soda, look elsewhere. The nearest gas station or grocery store is 6 miles away from his house.
It's a long walk.
It's schools in this area. The nearest school is 10 plus miles away. That's a grade school. The nearest middle school is over 15 miles away. And the nearest high school is over 30 miles away, and it's about an hour bus ride for the kids every day.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Even in the Old West, they'd stick a schoolhouse up once in a while when there'd be a town. I mean, put some shit up.
You gotta be up at 4 in the morning to go to school.
That's crazy. Now, here's the people stats. This is for, there's no stats for, like, the town. This is for the zip code of 81527. So that encompasses the town and a bunch of nothing around it, basically. The population in this area is 1,975. It's more like 500 in Whitewater, kind of proper there. It is more men than women. I assume there's, like, outdoor jobs and shit going on.
Must be.
53.1% men, which is way out of whack. We never see that unless it's like a logging town or something. Median age here, older too, 51.3, much older than the national average, so that's pretty old. It is 71.6% married, which I don't know if the courthouse is just too far away to go file paperwork, maybe. I'm not sure.
It's gotta be. It's got to be closer than a half hour away.
Like, well, I'd like to divorce you, but it's about an hour and a half ride to that courthouse, and I don't think so. I don't hate you that much.
Is this even on the river? To call it Whitewater.
I don't think it's like on the river, because even in like the things to do, I don't see a lot of rafting.
No?
As things to do, no. As we'll get to that here, too. Now, it has the lowest single with children rate I've ever seen, 2.6%.
Wow.
So I think a lot of the people
are staying together.
Oh, yeah. And the race in this town, 93.2% white, 0.1% black.
Yeah.
0.1. That's
a guy, right?
That's like one dude. Yeah, hi. Hi, I'm Jeff.
Yeah.
I'm the black population here. 0.0% Native American. I guess they did get the Utes out of there. Holy shit.
No shit.
6.6% Hispanic. So, religion.
This motherfucker's cursed. I'm not coming around.
Yeah, it's cursed. They weren't supposed to go back. The curse is extra for them. 35.7% of the people here are religious, and it is a real mixed bag of everything. I think the highest is LDS at 7.2%. So it's just a few people here and there. Unemployment, a little bit high, a little bit over the national average. There's nowhere to go. Yeah, it's like 7.5%. Median household income here, regular rest of the country, $69,000. Here it's $77,000 a year. So they're making money.
What are they doing?
A lot of this shit is like, there's like some farms up here, ranches, things like that. The cost of living, 100 is average. Here it is 99, so just about average. Housing is not average. That's high. It's expensive to live up here.
Really? I mean, they got to fix Colorado. It's outrageous.
Most of the properties have a shitload of land with them, or at least 15, 20 acres, something like that. So that helps. Our median home price here, $454,100, which is...
It's pretty high, but
that's steep for the middle of nowhere.
10 acres, that's not so bad.
Yeah, but for the middle of nowhere,
I
feel like it should be cheaper, but I don't know, man. You said Colorado's filling up.
Yeah.
There you go. So if we've convinced you, damn it, maybe you don't care if the high school's 30 miles away and you don't need a gas station anywhere near
Callous
you.
hand,
That's it.
ranch hand.
Well,
get after it.
If that's you, everybody, we have for you the Whitewater, Colorado Real Estate Report. The average two-bedroom rental here goes for $1,070, which is actually below the national average by a good amount there. House number one, and the way they show it, it's like this flat land with this giant rock mountain behind it, which is
that's awesome.
Pretty cool looking. Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. There's houses behind you too, but that's also there. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,528 square feet. It looks like it could use some updating, maybe some shit like that. Not perfect, but nice. It's on a 0.2-acre lot. That's as small a lot as you're going to find in this place. This is $325,000 for this, and it just had a price cut of $20,000.
Okay.
And they say this home has been a high-performing Airbnb, and the seller is willing to share business financials with qualified buyers. So you're buying an Airbnb.
Fuck?
I don't know. I'm not sure who's coming here to stay in an Airbnb.
I've never even heard of this shit.
And you know Colorado pretty well.
Yeah.
Here's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Oh my God, 2,036 square feet. The house looks like a manufactured house with a metal roof, and it's got one of those corrugated steel barns that's like a, you know what I mean? One of those. It looks like a greenhouse but made of steel.
It's tin.
Whatever the hell it is, and it is just a flat brown mess.
Piece of shit. Yeah.
It's expansive. I mean, the view is like wild going down this, but it's not worth it. On 40 acres, mind you, by the way, $500,000.
That's a deal.
If you saw this though, you go, well, you got to build a house. It would cost you another $1 million to set this up half decent.
40 acres for $500,000 is a pretty decent deal.
It's 40 acres. There isn't even a fucking tree here though. Nothing. It's 40 acres of nothing. The brown dead grass.
Yellow.
That's all you're getting.
Yellow, man.
And so much dirt. If the wind kicks up, it is a dust storm. It's not good. And then finally, yeah, exactly, in your teeth. 5-bedroom, 5-bath, T-bowl for each and every b-hole, 4,301 square feet.
Holy.
Also on 40-acre lots, and we'll tell from the story, 40-acre lots are very common here for some reason. They broke it up into 40s because in our murder story, the lot is 40 acres, too, that they live on.
There's got to be something in history that 40 acres is the right number because it's
enough for a farm. It's in the.
It's so common.
So this is
back 40, whatever.
Yeah, this is a big giant house. It's nice. It's got all sorts of rock stuff. It's weird looking, but it's not bad. On 40 acres, $1,750,000 for that.
Wow.
Which seems like about what you're going to pay for that and all that land and stuff. They have a tree even this one, so that's nice.
Hey. $1 million tree.
We got a tree for $1 million. For $500,000, you get no tree.
Right.
For extra $500,000, you get a nicer house and a tree. That's how it works. Things to do here. This is the Palisade Bluegrass and Roots Festival 2026. It'll take place. Actually, it's taking place right now as we're speaking, I think, in Palisade, Colorado, which is the next town over, I think, here. And their lineup here, this is just a booming Friday. We have the Stillhouse String Band, the Slocan Ramblers, SLOKAN, or CAN. I guess that's probably somebody's name.
Probably.
Or a place, I'm not sure. 5:30, Magoo.
Yeah.
Not Mr., not...
And Timberland's not with them.
Just Magoo.
Yeah.
That's it. This is crazy. At 7:45, Daniel Donato's Cosmic Country.
Fuck.
What is this guinea doing in fucking Colorado? Doing
Open
Cosmic
a pizza
Country.
shop.
Yeah,
This.
Open it. Just say New York style pizza. They'll look at you and they'll believe it. Don't worry about it.
Denver needs you, my friend.
Yeah, go there. And then at 5 and 7 p.m., so playing kind of before and after, is the Queen Bees Band.
Oh boy.
I don't know what that is, but they seem like they're kind of like the roaming house band of the day.